What's that you're saying? Skyward Sword's not old enough? It came out in 2011. That's old enough for me. Backlog time. This is like half the footage I have recorded, so I might as well be talking about a game called The Legend of Zelda Serenading Harp. Alright, enough of that. Now it's time to harp on Skyward Sword. Well, sort of. I think once we get a few years out from Skyward Sword, it will be remembered as more of a stepping stone game for the series' future. Because on its own, it's simply an alright title. Of course, there are the more praised elements of Skyward Sword, which you may already be aware of. The whole Wii Motion Plus sword mechanics, which requires precise slashes on the player's part, adds a whole new level of depth to combat. And the space-conscious level design compacts both the dungeons and overworlds, making sure every inch of the map is not wasted. And while maybe not as touted, the title has a memorable cast of characters outside of the usual Zelda trio, with the lovable oaf Groose and the downright creepy Girahim. The Wii Motion Plus in particular works overtime here. The controller allows for deeper mechanics that support new enemy designs and push the player's combat skills. The Motion Plus also allows for new unique puzzles and obstacles that the player has to overcome. Honestly, Skyward Sword is one of the few Wii titles to really make full use of Motion Plus, although thankfully it doesn't use Wii Speak.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously. Green Slade was all my joy. Green Slade was my delight.
The title also has some significant changes in how Link's arsenal is handled compared to previous entries. Many items have a wide range of uses and can even be upgraded for additional powers and effects through crafting. For example, the Flying Beetle can not only collect items from afar, but also cut ropes, drop bombs on enemies, and even simply act as a way to scout out a room. Even the Slingshot, which is generally useless once you have the bow, retains its uses after upgrading it to a spread shot, which can easily take out fast-moving targets. Skyward Sword, 10 out of 10, Game of the Year 2011. Well, if I was simply talking about the first third of the game, that'd be true. Unfortunately, the title doesn't stop while it's ahead. Over time, the creativity behind the Motion Plus implementation wears thin. The title continues to repeat the same mechanics after about halfway through the title, and later on it feels as if the developers simply gave up, where waggling takes precedence over the more precise strikes in later battles. Even the new level design starts suffering due to the overuse of areas. The title features only 3 regions based on the Zelda staples like the forest, volcano, and desert. Players return to these regions multiple times, and there are changes to them, but not enough to feel fresh. On the 3rd visit, you'll have wished the game ended on the 2nd run through each region. That lack of pacing in the game's variety is really the core problem in Skyward Sword. It's kind of funny because, while not the last worthwhile title on the Wii, it was really the Wii's big swan song, and the game's pacing is fairly representative of the Wii's life cycle. The system had a strong start before leading to a subpar midlife, then becoming the perishing console we've known for the last year or so. But like the Wii, Skyward Sword is hardly bad. Honestly, if you're interested in the continued evolution of the Zelda series, Skyward Sword is a must-play, as it's seemingly laying the groundwork for the franchise's future. And for those with Wii Motion Plus, it's one of the few times you'll actually get to use it to its full extent. But if you're looking for a AAA Zelda experience, Skyward Sword slips on that that bill a bit.